Hi guys, it's Crystal here for Talk to Me Tuesday. I had hoped to make a video last week because I have so much stuff to show you, but our furnace died on Monday last week, and Tuesday I got a text when I was at work telling me not to come home because it was so cold, and so basically I went to the mall and spent 4 hours reading in a mall because it was like 5 degrees Celsius in my house, which is just barely above freezing because you probably don't know what Celsius is. Anyway, it was super cold until that, like, we had a furnace by the end of Tuesday, but it takes a long time to go from like 5 to 20, which is 22, which is kind of normal house temperature, 21-ish, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, stupendously cold, so I didn't make a video last week, but I have so many things to show you, so I should just shut up and show them to you. I have been making more bee blocks for the True North bee, so we only have to make 2 blocks, but this particular person requested such small blocks. I want to say these are 8 inches unfinished, so 7.5-inch blocks. So I had planned to make 4, but then they all came out too small by like only 1/8 of an inch, but it was just enough to annoy me. So I kept going and I made 6 of them. So she said that she'll use the small ones as well because with sashing she can get them up to a decent size. But anyway, 6 of those. It was just like I feel like I have to be like barreling through this. So one of the things that I had talked about in my last video was making, like testing a quilt pattern for somebody. Oops. So I won't be able to get the whole thing in because I can't back up far enough, but this is the pattern that I tested. So it's called, I think, Southeast West, and it's all kind of just vaguely southeasty, whatever. You kind of do it as like an ombre so that you start with your darkest color up here, and then if you follow the pattern you have a ghost block down in the bottom, so it's not super easy to tell. I didn't use identical, like you can see that one's kind of cream and this one's kind of white because I didn't use totally matching fabric, but I made it sort of as ombre as I could. I'm hoping to get this one quilted hopefully in this month or maybe next month, but we'll see how it goes because I mean I always have high hopes and then reality like gets in the way. Anyway, so there's that. That one was just like a lap quilt size, I guess. The pattern comes, I want to say, twin size lap. Oh, this one was baby. Twin lap and baby size, maybe. Yeah, super happy with it. I really like how it turned out. Anyway, it's February, so it was time to do another quilt block for my modern HST quilt along. I don't remember the hashtag. And I don't remember if this is the right block. So I've already sewed them together. One of these was January, and I would have showed it to you before. And then the other one is February. And the way that the pattern kind of works, such as it is that when you put them all together, it sort of like loses, like it forms other patterns. So instead of it being like this block, which is symmetrical, then when you sew it together, this bit kind of comes in and makes it seem like the block is actually the bit in the middle, but it's not. I don't know, it's supposed to be kind of like messing around with your perception, I guess, of where things are. And I'm liking where it's going so far. Another thing I'm working on is a super hideous Scrappy Trip Along. This is kind of a perennial favorite online. I think Bonnie Hunter kind of started it the first time. And I don't know, I was going to use nice fabric, and then I had a fat quarter bundle of 20 really not my taste fabrics, which have been in my to get rid of pile for ages, and then I just decided to cut them all up into strips and turn them into blocks. So it's gonna have 20 blocks and then a border So I'm only showing, I've done all but 6 of the blocks, but I figured I'd just show you the one little bit because it's easier than trying to lift all of it up. I'm actually moving through really quickly. I set my camera so that when I was sitting, my head was in the right place, and now I feel like I'm gonna like lop off my own forehead. But anyway, I have something else big to show you, so I might as well just stay standing. So in January, I was planning to quilt this quilt, which I just call my Carolyn Friedlander patchwork quilt. This was my All People Quilt resolution project number 3, which was for January. So I did get it all done. It's all bound. Just about dropped it there. I don't think you'll really be able to tell, but what I did for the quilting, I haven't washed this yet, but what I did for quilting was I did these orange peels over the entire quilt, and then I went back and just stitched different things into all of the colored bits. Some of them you can't actually see that well, like this one I traced the pattern that's on the fabric, so it doesn't really stand out. Some of them are better than others, but I just tried to kind of have fun with it. There's one, oh, this one's one of my favorite. Right there. I made a spider web. I don't know why I like that one so much, but I do. I also really like the one beside it, which is just kind of like beads going across. Anyway, yeah, it's a bit hard to show in here, but it's done. So I'm done 1 of 12 projects, which is, for me, very good. My next project for the All People Quilt challenge is number 6. No, yeah, number 6, which is this little mermaid quilt. So round about 7 years ago, maybe, one of my coworkers, his wife was pregnant, and so I made a boy quilt and a girl quilt at the same time so that I could have something ready when I knew what they were going to have, basically, because I'm slow. And so I finished the boy one, and I never finished the girl one. So here it is. It's just a little bitty quilt, but I think it's cute, and I don't know. I'll be glad to have it done, even though it'll probably just go to charity. It's not like I know anybody with a girl to give it to, but yeah, like it a lot. So yeah, that actually, I got through that faster than expected. I mean, 8 minutes isn't fast, but faster than I expected. So that's it from me. I hope everybody has a great week. Take care. Bye.